All right, I call this one The Key to Good Health is Avoiding the Medical System as Much as Possible, featuring Petey Mangan. Very goated. Salute to you, sir. This is Health in 5D. I'm Otis 5D.
Health in 5D with Otis 5D.
All right, so Mangan tweets recently, until a few years ago, I would have never, he was a doctor. Petey Mangan was a doctor who got into, we'll call it alternative health and nutrition, and became like a jacked alpha dude. And after being kind of like a skinny normie doctor dude, until a few years ago, I would never have thought that avoiding the healthcare system as much as possible would be on my list of ways to stay healthy and live a long life. Not medical advice, do your own research. I would never have thought that avoiding the healthcare system as much as possible would be on my list of ways to stay healthy and live a long life. Now, as I guess an early adopter of this mindset, it's there's a couple things I want to talk about with this video. One is Peter Thiel coming out, today, yesterday, something like that, talking about the fact that he got 3 vaccines and he regrets it, and that the vaccines basically didn't work at all and cause a lot of bad side effects. And the fact I was in small group anti-vax group chats with friends of mine, starting in, I don't know what, late 2020, mid 2020, something like that. And I remember even very clearly that like when we were all so against any of this mRNA shit, and we were sharing all the stuff about all of the past failures of mRNA and of Moderna and, Pfizer being this fucking scam company. And then I remember when the Johnson & Johnson got announced and it was like, you just had to take one. I even was like, I don't know, and then quickly it was like, dude, what am I fucking talking about? This shit is evil. Fuck you, YouTube. YouTube probably gonna like ban this video while I'm streaming. Fucking cocksuckers. But it's like, bro, the medical system, the healthcare system is fucking evil. Like, so much of my health regimen is about never having to interact with that shit ever. There was a situation like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, it's like 5 years ago now. More than 5.5 years ago, that somebody close to me had to go to the hospital, like all of a sudden, like an ambulance and everything. And I got to the entrance of the hospital, like in a major city, and it just felt so evil. I was like, I can't go in there. And people are like, are you sure? Like, it's, you sure? It's kind of weird. I'm like, dude, it's fucking evil in there. I can just feel like this force of like bad. And it's very annoying to me, if I'm being honest. Hopefully on the other side of me feeling annoyed is some like deep compassion, an ocean of compassion for humanity and their suffering, our suffering. But right now it's just like, dude, what the fuck? It's like, they just want you to die. Like, do you get it? They just want you to die. And it's very frustrating for people to not see that, to me. And it makes me, actually, it's not even that I don't really give a shit. But it's frustrating, like, when I talk about it. I do my best to just like stay away from it. Don't engage with anyone that thinks what I'm saying is wrong. Just like, you go over there. What did Peter Thiel, he said in Tetragrammaton, the Rick Rubin podcast today, which I totally agree with. He said, I think it's better, rather than this like fake politeness, that each side is like, I fucking hate you, stay the fuck away from me. And then they both just go into their little echo chambers. And you have this like kind of uncomfortable, semi-stable peace. I think that's much better, which is why I speak like this. I don't have any desire to debate any of this stuff. Anybody that would even want to debate this stuff to me is a complete fucking retard and is not worthy of an ounce of my attention. And so that's part one. And then part two is that, like, dude, all I can think about, I just want to share my do-it-yourself acupuncture practice, like, so much. I don't know what is wrong with me that I'm not sharing it, and I'm just like talking about it in these videos. But hopefully this like enthusiasm is building to something. Hopefully I'm not just like a total bullshitter, and I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll be like, dude, why do you keep fucking talking about this when you should actually just be like putting out videos about this actual subject? So anyway, that's that. And it's really wild how slow people were to realize that the mainstream system just wants you sick and dead. And Scott Adams had an interesting thing today where he was talking about the fact that, like, normie liberals are not like, it's not that they believe that, like, the trusting of the science and the 6 feet and, the clinical trials and all of that. It's that they can't believe that something like climate change or COVID vaccines are a full scam, just a complete scam, because it's so big. But when you go back to either, Goebbels or Mussolini or Franco or whoever said it, that if you tell a big lie long enough, people will just believe it, because they just can't. They get cognitive dissonance that something that big could be a lie. And so Scott Adams' point was basically like, anything that big is most likely a lie. So COVID is a lie, climate change is a lie, wokeism, systemic racism is a lie. Basically anything, fiat economics, Keynesianism is a lie. Anything big enough that it's like this huge societal push, feminism, LGBT, it's all a lie, because that should be the default position on big things being pushed. And Teal was also talking about, the things you can't talk about. So for instance, like, Israel is our greatest ally. That's a lie, because that's like the main thing you can't talk about. That and COVID vaccines. Like, if you talk about those things, you get banned. Like, I may get a strike on YouTube, like, right now for this video. I already got a community warning for a video that I made on race and IQ. I can't help myself. I just start talking and I talk, and like, I'll let the fucking cards fall where they may. And on that note, if you ever see this on YouTube and somehow I'm gone, there it is, rumble.com/Otis5D. Follow me there. That's like the main repository of my work. And stay the fuck away from the medical system. And please just encourage me to like make stuff about acupuncture. I'm telling you, do-it-yourself acupuncture is like the most amazing medical intervention that like has ever existed in the fucking history of humanity, especially for chronic things. Okay, obviously the Western medical system is very good if you fucking crack your head open. Okay, ain't nobody disputing that. Like, don't be a retard. Of course, we all agree with that. Go fuck yourself. Peace.
Otis5D.xyz.
Go fuck yourself.